Hello everyone, welcome to NumPy course. So today's session we'll be learning towards to the sorting method, searching method, as well as the counting method. Before moving to the all the functions of your searching, sorting, and counting, we should know about what do you mean by sorting, what do you mean by your searching and accounting. So as a name itself, it's called sorting. It means that it will be sorting particular data sets. Means suppose we are having our data here and it will be like 253. So what happened when you use the short method, then it will be 235. So it's depend upon the arrangement how we'll be using for the sorting. The same way when we comes to the searching method, it will be search the particular element from your data set. Take as example, this is nothing but your data set and your searching element will be your 3. So it will be searching for the all the rows where it will be. When you get the search, it will be give you the output, searching finish, and we got the result. If suppose your search element will be not 3, it will be your 6. As you can observe that 6 is not there, then search will be not finished and it will be show your searching element is not there in our particular data set. So this is how we are doing the searching. Now moves to the counting. It's used to counting the particular values. So whatever the values are present in a data set, suppose I want to use the counting, we can start with the count equal to 0 and then we'll move into count it how many values are there and we are adding it. At last what happened, how many values are there, 3. So this is how we are using a counting. So let's see how the methods will work. So there is a different methods we are using in each and every one. So we'll start with the first one, how the sorting method. So as I told you, we are having lots of methods. So we'll start with the sorting methods. So as a basic sorting method we are using for the methods, it's numpy dot sort. This is for the basics one to use the normal sorting. Except this, we are having the another method also. Like I just use except numpy use np, that will be the alias name. So np dot arg sort. This sort is returns the dice. In dice the boot short the array, means whenever you want to use this, it will be using for arranging to the short. So that will be the one method for the sorting. Except this, we are having another method called np.lexsort. So it will be written the direct sorting values, like in a sequence order. If you want to give the direct value, you can use np lex sort. Let's move to the next method. So there is a lots of methods are available here. You can go with np.ndarray, as you know that we are using ndarray dot short method. Then we are having a m short method. This is for your managing the returning the copy of that. So you can go with np.m short method. You can go with the partition also, partition method also, that is called np.partition. This is for use to having the returning the partition copy of the method. So those are some method. This is particularly used for your sorting technique or sorting function. So before jump to the searching, let's see in a Jupyter notebook how we're working in directly in a. So we'll start with the importing part first. So import numpy, numpy as np. We just run this, then we move to, for the sorting we have to create first the array. So we'll start with the creating array. Suppose a1 equals to np dot array, then it will be continue with to creation of the path. So suppose I'm taking 1 2 3 and then we are moving to one more, that is 4 5 6. So we created a particular array. Okay, then we have to use the sorting methods, like what you want to sort it. So suppose I want to sort this particular and I want to save in another file. So n1 equals to np dot sort method. We use a sort method, and which is the one you have to sort, a1. This is the variable where you have to sort it, and which access, so you have to give the access value. The access equals to 0. I just want to sort this particular access. So done. Now we have to print it, that particular area where you want to sort it, and I want to see that after sorting what will be the output. So what we can do, we can print here the first one, whatever we have taken it, and then we can short it. After that, we can see that what will be the output. So you can observe that as I give the same value, so it will be shorting in that manner. So now I'm changing the values here to see that how the shorting will be work. So here I'm giving 26, yeah, 3. Now here I'll give 67. So now you can observe that. So if you want to use this particular, because in a excess 0 it's happened, so whatever is there with the help of excess it is shorting. So this is how you can use a shorting methods. Now suppose you want to short it this particular thing in a -1, so what will be the output for the -1? Let's take the same example, copy here, we move to the next one. Here I will use -1 for the excess, and suppose we are doing, so you can observe that because the values here in a -1, 3, 23, 26. When you do the here, what happened when you do the shuffling? It's 4, 26, 3, right? In that particular 0 axis only, it is changes 4, 23. But the another axis, it's not touched. If you observe in this shorting, 26, 3, 65, 6 not touched. Only this particular area, it will be. The same way here also, when you give the -1, it's depend upon that you have to do the shorting. So this is how you have to do the shorting. Suppose you no need to do the excess values, you just want to go with the shorting with the none. Excess equals to, suppose I'm giving none value, none. Run this. Now you will get proper shorting. So now it's depend upon you. If you want to do the sorting in an excess way, you can go with in that way. You can go with the excess. If you don't want to go with the excess, you can just give the none and it will be run in the normal way. It will be giving in the particular array. That is the normal method of your sorting. Let's see one more method. Just I told you there is a method called your LEX, right? LEX short. So we'll see how we have to work that particular method. So here I have to go with the first the variable name, so n1, and then go with np. We already imported, so np.array. We have to create a particular array. So I'm creating now normal array 3, 4. Okay, I have to short it, so I have to give the some mismatch values. Then it will be easy to short that particular values, then 5, then 6. So these are some values, random values I give to create that particular array. Now for the second one, we have to give the for the second column also, when whatever you want to short it. So suppose I'm taking here and to the another variable I have to give here to short it, np.array. Here also we have to give the value, suppose 12, 9, 12, then 19, 21, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just I'm giving some random values here to use it. It's created. Now move to the printing, but you can print directly there. And suppose you just want to use it that. So if you want to print the column, you can print it. If you don't want to print, go with the, I just go with the shorting on that. So I'll use it, and we have to store it. That suppose I'm just want to go with the n1, or I have to give the num equals to, now I have to do the shorting, so np dot lex sort, and now you have to pass the value on that. So this is what I just pass it, we got, but we not print it, right? So I just print here also, it will be the same thing, print and UI. So when you print it, you got 0, because what happened here? Here I just give n1 because lex short is used for both the array. So whenever you want to use this type of thing, you have to go with the for loop first. So for, and then we just pass, we just take the values ig, and that is depend upon you. What is the values? Like you have to take the names in zip, zip, and then whatever the value names here you give, you have to give that variable name, n1 comma n2, and then colon, and in continue with that you have to print. If you want to print it, go with the print part, print I comma single bracket, then we have to print j as well. We just print it, and then we have to sort by the b, a to b, first sort by a then by b. So now here I'm just using num1 equals to np dot lex sort, SORT, like short method, and then continue with your N2 variable, because you have to short by it will be the N2 to N1. So that will be the shorting. It's done. Now we have to see that what is the things are there. We just print and then going with num1. So this is how we have to short it. Now you can observe that it is shorted properly. Now if you want to the reverse order, you can do that. You can go with n1, you can go with n2, and then also you can do that. So that is depend upon you what you have to do. This is the first one. Suppose you can go with the another one, another it will be going with n2 to n1, which one I show you the first one. So that will be for this particular one. So now you have to decide it for which one you want to do the shorting, the first one or second one. So this is how you have to use it. Here I just give the ij value to print the both to see that whatever the things we created array, and then we continue. So this is how we have to use the shorting method in array or in a numpy.